Good topic.
We didn't talk about Antonio Brown, but that's okay.
Oh yeah, well he wasn't on the chart, so I didn't even.
Nah, because that just popped up today.
Yeah, I didn't hear about him.
You know, we could have. I wanted to talk about this tampering, but we were running out of time.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I was like, they tampered.
It is a thing. They're gonna get fined for that.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it real quick. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 10 minutes.
I'll count it back in. Hey, a story that's not getting a lot of coverage is tampering. Tampering in the NBA. This has to do with Lowry for the Heat and Ball for the Bulls. What does you guys take on NBA tampering?
Good, because we didn't get Kyle Lowry in Philly, so Miami should be punished.
This is the storyline. Let me read it for people who don't understand. Here's the deets to it. All right. Once free agency started, August 2nd at 6 p.m., the deal that sent Ball to Chicago was announced. The Lowry deal, including the players who would have been involved in the sign and trade, was reported the night before free agency began, meaning that the Heat were illegally contacting teams and agents to get a deal in place. After both sign and trades happened, the NBA decided to look further into both situations to ensure nothing out of order was happening. I personally thought that was weird too, that I'm like, you already got all the players and the money figured out before the trade deadline, and you literally are announcing it a minute in. What's the deal?
I mean, Pat Riley, we knew last season that Kyle Lowry was going to Miami. We said it on this podcast. They said it on ESPN.
Yep.
So something was going on, because Stephen A was even reporting this before the trade deadline came, or not. I mean, before the offseason came.
Mm-hmm. I think Woj did too.
Yeah. So I'm like,
damn it, I spelled tampering wrong.
You know, I think this is the problem. It's like, okay, we know you talk to people before the trade deadline, but at least make a show out of it and wait 2-3 hours to get into it. I mean, come on,
dude.
It's just dumb.
This is petty on the NBA, because it's just like that guy, just like what is it? The Minnesota, they got fined. They got fined a lot of money for setting up practices outside of certain boundaries. Like they sent them to they sent them
to Miami.
Yeah, they sent them to Miami. They fined them what, like $500,000 or something?
It was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money. Not for them, but I mean, it was a good amount of money they fined.
Yeah,
they should find them.
NBA being petty.
No, we're not. No.
I don't understand that rule.
We'll defend the man on
set up. You can't.
Yes,
you can't set up. No, I don't get that rule.
Kyle Lowry is supposed to be in Philly, ended up in Miami.
That's all
because they tampered. Go to hell, Pat Riley.
This the deal, though. If you really going to go letter of the law, so technically you're saying the Heat shouldn't even have talked to Lowry until free agency started. That's technically the letter of the law.
But we know that doesn't happen.
Exactly. It doesn't happen. These guys figure this out months in advance. But they just got to hammer the numbers out.
Well, I like to say it's better to cheat than repeat, or whatever, you know. I get it. You cheated a little bit, but don't be that dumb where you report it before you're supposed to report it.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to let it leak. It's like when Kawhi decided to leave Toronto and go to the Clippers. And, you know, they followed him from Toronto to the hotel to the airport. They had his G5 number. They watched him land in LA. And next day, you know, he a Clipper. I mean, it's so stupid. It's like, how does that get out? How do you know? That's called bad team. That's a bad team.
Is it bad team or bad agents?
That's bad agents letting the cat out the bag.
So is this like the agents making sort of a handshake agreement at some point, and then Pat quietly moving behind the scenes, putting things together?
What's happening is, like you said, the agent made a deal with the team, which is cool. But 9 times out of 10, it's the agent's people that are leaking these stories. It's not the team.
I agree.
It's not the team's fault.
Because the agents want the pub for their organization. They want to show they got deals done. They want to sign new players.
Hey, something interesting happened the other night.
A. Davis wanted no parts of Giannis. I watched this game. I'm pretty sure you guys watched this game. And all I remember at halftime was Davis had, I think, 8 points, and I think Giannis had like 24. And I was like, what in the world is going on in this game? What you guys take on the Lakers Bucks matchup from the other night?
AD is overrated.
Is he a top 5 player?
No. He's not. He is a talented player with no heart.
And no motor.
I'm not questioning the motor. I think when he plays against appropriate people, you can see the motor. I think it's about heart. And he got punked. That was just an old school. I'm stronger than you. I know you can't beat me in a fight, and I know you're not going to guard me. That's what that was.
And he tried not to guard him.
It was nothing to do with skill. It was just like, yeah, I'm not fooling with this guy. That's how I took it.
Final line from this game: Giannis 47 points, 18 of 23. Anthony Davis 18 points, 9 of 15 from the field.
It was clear that Giannis came to play from the very beginning of this situation. There were situations where no matter who guarded him, he was going to the bucket. He was taking them to the hole. He pulled up and shot jumpers when he needed to. He was very comfortable. Nobody was stopping him. You could see Anthony Davis. I think it was Middleton was checking him in the middle of the paint. You're Anthony Davis. You have both feet in the paint, turning around, or 1 foot in the paint. You turn around and Chris Middleton is staring at you one-on-one, and you pass the ball out. Mm-hmm. No, that's not the answer. If you're supposed to be the best player on the Lakers, I don't get it.
LeBron is still the best player on the Lakers.
Well, that's clear.
Period.
But this is the guy y'all put on the 75 best players team.
Well, and that's caused a lot of talk. I mean, should he have been? I don't think he should have been on the list anyway.
For 75?
Yeah. Nah.
Who should have took his place?
AC Green.
Hey, there's a lot of people.
Okay, you're drinking too much. Next player.
It doesn't even matter who it is. I think someone else could have took his spot. Like Ben Wallace could have took his spot.
Okay, you're drinking a lot tonight too. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Ben Wallace is not a better basketball player. No.
Bernard King.
Oh, that's a good one. BK.
He didn't make the list?
No.
Bernard King did make the list.
No, he didn't.
He made the original 50, didn't
he? Let's check.
Nobody off the original 50 got left off.
Let's check it. There's a number of players who got snubbed on this who could have made it.
Bernard King.
Alphabetical?
No, I'm just going to look on his Wikipedia.
Yeah, no. Bernard King didn't make it.
He didn't make it.
Nope.
Oh, there you go. That's one. There has to be a list out there of the biggest snubs. Who's the biggest snub from the 70s?
The biggest snub was Dwight Howard.
That's what I was trying to think of, and I couldn't think of his name. Sorry. So you tell me, if Anthony Davis's career ended now, who had the better career, him or Dwight Howard? I'd say Dwight Howard had the better career.
But it's clear they're not going off of a better career because Bill Walton's on the team.
Bill Walton's on there for his college career too.
It has not. If it's by the criteria that they say,
I know
this has nothing to do with college. It was NBA.
I agree.
And Bill Walton should be on the team.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Ralph Sampson made the team too, right?
No.
He didn't make it.
No.
Okay, so they excluded Ralph Sampson, who's the best college basketball player ever.
I think it's
about college though.
It has nothing.
I get it. He's in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
to me, this list went off talent, not accomplishments. It didn't go off accomplishments. It went off talent.
I'm just glad the young cats didn't make it.
Because if it went off accomplishments, Dame Lillard would not be on this list.
I would agree with that. because there's a lot of players like Adrian Dantley, Alex English could have made.
That's who I was thinking of, Adrian Dantley.
Adrian Dantley. Hey, you know what? Another from the Bucks. Richardson. No, Cindy Moncrief. Did he make this team?
No. Come on.
No, hell no. Hell no.
There's a lot of good players who didn't make this team.
Hey, look. I am old.
Terry Cummins.
And I was just trying to say, I am old. And I remember Terry Cummins, and I'm a huge fan.
He was a beast. Terry Cummins was unbelievable.
Huge fan.
I got a player that should have made it, and that's Grant Hill.
Nah, his career was too
If Bill Walton,
I agree,
didn't make it.
It's tough, man.
You gonna put Penny on there then?
I was gonna say, then you need to add Penny.
No, Grant Hill. Grant Hill was always the best player on his team. You can't say that about Penny.
Penny was a beast, man.
He wasn't better than Grant Hill.
Oh, I was looking. I was like, James Worthy made. Okay, James Worthy made it.
James Worthy made the team. Hey, we got a little off track. So just saying, Anthony Davis got punked by Giannis. He's not a top 5 player right now, and he has a lot of work to do.
Who is your top 5 right now?
Top 5 player
in the NBA. Who's your top 5?
Number 1, and it hurts my soul to say it, Stephen Wardell Curry. People hate it when I use his real name, but that's his name. His mama named him Wardell. I'm gonna call him Wardell. His mama named him Wardell. I'm gonna call him Wardell. So Wardell Curry, number 1. Number 2, right now, I'd have to say, top 5. See, it's a long drop. Oh, well, Kevin Durant. Number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna go. And you can't say how they're playing right now because they'll get better as the year goes on. You know what? Who's actually balling and playing? I don't know if he's number 3, but I'm gonna put Paul George in my top 5 right now. I'm gonna go Paul George. I'm gonna go Luka. And there's one person I'm missing.
The guy in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Giannis. Sorry, there you go. I couldn't think of it. That's my 5 right now.
Struggling through the list. Hold on, I got one.
It's a hard list to think of now. Because LeBron isn't playing.
He's still in the top 5.
He's still top 5. So I'm talking about who's just actually playing right now.
Playing right now.
So, you know,
in the NBA right now.
I'm back in the spot.
Giannis. What's your boy from Philly?
Embiid.
Steph. What's the Chicago Bull kid?
Oh, yeah.
Not Levine, not DeRozan.
Oh, you thinking DeRozan over Levine?
Levine is close, but the freaking DeRozan.
He's leading the league in scoring, ain't he?
And Chris Paul.
Oh, you still got Chris Paul? He is second in assists in the game.
I got you.
Okay, who you got, Tyron?
Giannis, Steph, LeBron, KD.
Okay.
And the 5th person really doesn't matter. I don't even those 4.
Yeah. Number 5 is tough right now. I don't know why.
At 5, I'm still taking Joker. I think Joker's the top 5 player.
Oh man, I forgot all about the Joker, man.
I still take Joker.
I need to update on my list.
Because the Joker does so much.
He does a lot, man.
He does a lot. I mean, he runs point, he runs the center, he sets screens. I mean,
I'm off the Joker. I'm off the Joker, and I'm off Jokic. What's the center name?
His name is Jokic.
It's Jokic.
The Joker is Jokic.
Okay,
he's one in the same.
I'm off of that guy and the big dummy in Denver. I'm off of him too. I'm starting to dislike both of them.
Joker is in Denver. What are we talking about, player?
He's talking about Rudy. He's talking about Rudy and
No.
You talking about Utah?
I'm talking about Jokic, and I'm talking about the guy that plays
Luka
for the Mavericks. Luka. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Luka?
Yeah, I dislike them.
Oh, Luka's struggling right now. He's not what he was.
The rules
has affected him. It's affected him. Hey, speaking of that, let's hop into the integrity ratings. Or let's call them the integrity rankings, actually.
I don't know what they're called, but yeah.
But before he starts, I want to make a comment.
Yeah.
I don't like admitting when I'm wrong, but I was completely wrong about the Golden State Warriors. Man, them light-skinned fools gonna win, man.
Man,
I know it
these
kills
cats are balling, and yeah, it's killing me, man.
Man,
I'm just not a Golden State fan, but they are pretty good, and I'm just not happy about it.
Like I said, I think I told Jim on the phone, Steph Curry has to be top 10 all time at this point. I have never seen a guy dominate a game shooting threes. He goes against everything that we've ever been taught in basketball.
Correct.
It's like the complete opposite of Shaq. Like how Shaq used to draw you down and open up the top of the court. He draws everybody out and opens up everything for everybody else. Like, that's the only thing. He's like a vacuum, man. He sucks everybody toward him, and you kids just make plays. What about the disrespect of them chanting MVP in the Barclays Center?
It's the greatest show. Steph Curry is the greatest show in basketball right now.
He's the best show in basketball right now, man. He is dominant, and it's crazy how he changes the defenses if you watch the game. I'm curious to see what it looks like when Clay gets back. And if Clay is 70% of what Clay was, then he can knock down 6-7 threes a game just by standing in the corner. So I'm curious to see what that looks like, because he's making Jordan Poole look like an all-star. He's making Wiggins look like an all-star. Even Green went to the hole and dunked a couple times because it's so wide open.
And not for nothing.
Lately, I mean, he's even actually shooting layups now because the court's so open.
And not for nothing, defensively, they're really freaking good.
They're fast, and you know what? They actually just play defense. They actually attempt to.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Which is half the game in the NBA if you just try.
You got all these dogs, all these physically freaky people, right?
Yeah.
You telling me that nobody can check Luka? There's nobody that can check him.
Well, they're checking him this year.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Or even
it's effort. It's effort. That's all it is.
That's what I'm saying.
The refs are allowing people to get touched this year.
It's like when Trae Young was killing people last year. You telling me there's nobody who can guard Trae Young? You telling me this? There's nobody who can guard a 5'11" guard and keep him from getting 40 on you? You telling me that?
But you notice every team is picking up full court with their point guard right now.
I noticed because the rules allow it now.
Every team is doing it, no matter who your point guard is.
And it's hurting scoring.
You're using the whole 8 count to get the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're eating into their time. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's hurting scoring. That's why scoring's down. That's why guys aren't putting up 35 right now, because you picking them up. You're taking 10 seconds off the clock every time you come off the court.
Yeah. And that was
1, 2, 3. Is Tyrone permanently froze?
Yeah, he came back.
He just came back. Okay, he's back.
Even Wiggins playing D. Because he was sitting on dude's left hand that game.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Ben, you included a list here, and I don't really know what it is, but I'm guessing this is like the power rankings. We got Golden State, the Nets, the Suns, the Bulls, the Heat, the Wizards. Oh, yeah, this is a power ranking, isn't it?
So it's kind of a power ranking because
it's legitimate, actually.
But these are teams that I just don't believe in at the bottom. They're above. I just picked people that were at least they were above 500, right?
Yeah.
Or above 500.
Well, in the official power rankings last week, the Wizards were 7. Actually, they were 6. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers were like 7.
Yeah, they're 6 against the whole league, right? I don't understand how that
against the whole league. Well, it's their record. They were 9-3 last week.
But so number 1 in the East.
And number 1 in the East. So hence their power ranking. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to last, but it's a nice story.
But I'm tired of that. I'm starting to believe it is going to last, Jim, because what was that game? What was it, last Wednesday or Monday?
When they came from behind?
When they came from behind without Beal?
Well, that's my other point is they're better without Bradley Beal.
Dude, that would have never happened last year. Never happened. I mean, they were down like 10, 12, 15 from...
It was like 18 points.
Yeah, and they kept with it. Dinwiddie came in there, did his thing. They played defense.
Chipped away at it.
They actually have a coach to tell people when they're effing up too, though.
Is he doing that? Is he actually coaching them?
He's chewing them guys out when they come to the sidelines, man.
Is he?
He's coaching.
From what I've seen, he's coaching them.
Good. They needed that.
Unlike Mr. Vogel.
Yeah, I mean, the other guy that was there last year, he'd be like, hey, let's just stay the course. And this guy looked like he's like, no, you're effing up. Stop.
Well, good for Unseld Jr., man. I'm happy they're being successful. I mean, they brought in a whole new team. They still don't even have Rudy yet, Hachimura. I don't really know what the deal is with Rudy, but whatever. Yeah, they don't have him.
What's his injury at this point?
I don't think it's an injury. They you know what? I read a story the other day and they were like, it was like, oh, we're trying to find a way to work him back into the team. They don't ever mention an injury with him. It's something other than that.
Hey, real quick, per Barry Jackson out of Miami, the Heat are currently working on acquiring John Wall.
Why do they need John Wall?
I don't know. But
what can John Wall give them that Lowry doesn't give them? Is he a backup for Lowry?
Backup point guard, maybe?
Or who are they going to give up for him?
It doesn't say, but they're working on it.
That cuts in the heroes' minutes. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't get that move.
And from another NBA analyst, Kevin Love can possibly work on a buyout within the next 2 weeks.
They need to buy him out. I mean, as much as he want to stay in Cleveland, he's done there. They got too many young cats there.
Yeah.
And he's not even getting playing time now because the young cats need to get the playing time. I mean, the rookie, he's not bad.
Who's the rookie?
The 6'11" kid out of USC.
No, he's not. I don't know his name right now, but he's not bad.
He's pretty solid. He's Mobley. He's pretty good. He's a 15 and 10. He's basically Chris Bosh 2.0.
Oh, man,
with a little higher skill level.
There was something about one of the somebody the Lakers wanted too.
They need to get Buddy Hield. Is what they need to get.
Nah, it was like a defensive guy from some squad you wouldn't even think about. Dang it.
Hey, why are you looking up? Let's go for your integrity rankings real quick.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
In the East, you got the Bucks up here, followed by the Bulls, the Heat, and the Wiz. And then you said, I don't believe. The Hornets, Nets, Cavs, Knicks, and Philly. So I'm sorry, Hornets, Nets, Cavs, Knicks, Philly.
Right. So
I got no problem with this list right now.
Where's the Heat at on that list?
Oh, he has the Heat after the Bulls. It's like they're side by side.
Yeah, they're the same team.
I give Bulls the slight nudge because they just made a big West Coast trip.
Yeah.
I mean, they did end up losing to Portland last night, but they beat the Clippers. They beat the Lakers. Back to back. And they did it with ease.
They did. They dominated.
DeMar had an off game, and Portland pulled that one out, and it was still.
Let me ask you this: you know how the Knicks last year they won a lot of games by playing hard, right?
Yep.
Then when we got to the playoffs, playing hard didn't really work.
Yeah.
You think that's going to be the same thing for the Bulls, or you think the Bulls are just a really good team?
But see, they're not. They're not this. They're not. That's not a grind team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but they're playing really hard.
They're playing hard, but some teams grind. and they're not grinding. You know what I'm saying? Their offense flows like crazy, and they have two very good defensive players in their front court, and decent backups. Decent, everybody else is just playing off of them. They're not. It's not a grind. Like, I don't know how to explain it differently. The way the Knicks play defense, when the Knicks play defense, is different than say like when a Golden State is playing good defense.
Yeah, so it's a tough. It's tough scoring. It's tough.
It's more physical. It's a more physical game.
Right. I
just know if DeRozan gets cold, like he has done in the playoffs, DeRozan has got cold. Zach LaVine has not seen a playoff game. Do they have enough scoring to win a playoff series?
Maybe they need one more player, man.
I like their team. I just don't know. It's just too many questions. I just don't know.
And I'm kind of wondering here. DeRozan's been on such a tear. Now, to me, LaVine is the more talented scorer. So why is DeRozan outscoring him right now?
How are you gonna say he's the most?
No. DeRozan is the better scorer.
You think so?
LaVine's just more athletic.
He's athletic. He's smooth. I mean, to me, he has a better jump shot.
But DeRozan 15 and in is money.
Oh, he's money. He's money. He's a better Jimmy Butler.
He is a better.
In my opinion.
DeRozan works.
He's a better Jimmy Butler, is what he is.
DeRozan works that elbow just like Kawhi works that elbow.
But he does. But it's also the efficiency, and which is why I don't understand why Pop didn't like him, because the efficiency to which he scores, it's 3 to 5 dribbles, and I'm shooting it or I'm passing it. He doesn't kill you with the crossover. It's bam, bam, my move. Okay, I don't got it or I got it.
And he became a better passer too.
Because Pop has got European on us. He likes to drive and kick for the.
He liked the drive and kick game.
Analytics has taken over Pop's coaching style.
Yeah, which is why they suck now. But they don't have the talent either. I mean, they don't have the talent to play the way he wants to play. But let's stick to the list though. So you know what, Ben, the East, I'm down with you. Bucks, Bulls, Heat, Wiz for now, and I think the Wiz can stick around. I do think the Bulls are better built than the Wiz, just because they have that 2-option head in scoring between LaVine and DeRozan. And Ball is underrated. He's a beast.
Hey.
He's solid. He's a passer. He gets people involved. He pushes the ball.
All you clowns that's laughed at me about the Ball boys, I told you the boys beasts.
They can play, man.
Good, man.
They can all play.
They good, man.
They good. They good.
The boys can play, man.
That boy good.
That boy good. They good. Let's go to the West. All right, no question here. Golden State. Hey, the Suns. 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, nah, but they won 9 in a row.
But see, when we first debuted,
they were struggling, man.
Hold on, what was the team you said?
The Suns.
When they first debuted the list of integrity, I had the Suns at the top because I knew they would get right.
You did. You money this year.
You money so far. All right, so Golden State, the Suns, and then under your I don't believe category, you got the Jazz, the Mavs, Nuggets, and Clippers, and I'll just stop there because the rest is struggling right now.
Yeah. I just don't think there's some flash. Actually, when I looked at it, the East Coast and the West Coast both have the same East Division and the West Division both have the same number of teams under 500, which I think is 7, right? So really, if you use that as a measurement, teams are about the coasts are about even, right? But I don't believe in these Nuggets or these Jazz people simply because, well, more so the Jazz I don't believe in just because of the way they play. Their refusal to shoot 2-point jumpers, 2-point shots.
Yeah, it's crazy. I watched them the other night. It's amazing.
Their refusal to pass the ball to Rudy Gobert when he's wide open with somebody
on his
6
back,
inches shorter than him, trying to check him. It's and haphazard defense. It's just not sustainable.
I think they'll be all right because the West is weak, man.
they'll make it further than they did last year, but they're not built to win a championship.
Where did they get last year? Second round?
Yeah.
My only concern is the
second round and out.
The weakness of the West will allow the Lakers to make a late run if everybody gets
It will. It will allow the Lakers to make a run when LeBron finally comes back, which I think he comes back this Friday.
Is Kawhi coming back?
At the earliest, it would be like March. And you know how Kawhi is. I mean, if he's not 100%, he ain't coming back. So
that counts the Clippers out then.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers are out, man. And the Clippers, you know what? They play hard. And Ty Lue, to me, is a good coach. He keeps them in games, but they don't have the talent. They need Kawhi in order to do anything in the West. So, they're kind of a...
He got a little Doc Rivers in him, but whatever.
He got a little Doc Rivers in him. He does. He does.
If Ty was coaching the Lakers, they'd be a better squad right now. That's all I'm saying.
No, they wouldn't.
I think they need a different message right now with the team they have.
The team is poorly constructed.
It's horribly constructed. They're old and slow.
THT is back. His last 3 games been really good.
Okay. I mean, I'm waiting to see Monk come in. I want to see what Monk can do for him. Maybe he can give him some young legs and help him out.
Monk needs to start.
He should.
He cannot play off the bench.
He's not consistent. Monk is not consistent enough to start.
Neither is AD, but we start him. Who cares?
Oh, I'm not talking about Monk. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Kendrick Nunn.
I'm talking about Malik Monk.
Monk, I can see him starting. I think Kendrick Nunn should be a starter, but
Nunn would be a start. But
Malik Monk should start at your 3 or your 2.
No way, dude. That's crazy.
Who you got?
You start if you have to start anybody, you start THT. Their best lineup, this is what's going to be their best lineup. THT, Westbrook. What's that white boy that they like so much? Reed, LeBron, and AD.
No Melo?
That's their best lineup.
No Melo?
Oh no, I'm
what
sorry.
Are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Melo. I forgot. Melo. That's going to be their best lineup with Reed interchanging with whoever else, and then Monk coming in to spell Monk and Nunn coming in to spell guards.
Their best lineup is Russ, Monk, LeBron, Melo, AD.
I'm kind of leaning towards Tyrone's.
That's their best lineup.
Nah.
To end the game, who you going to have on the court to end the game? You're going to have AD at the 5. We know that. You're going to have LeBron at the 4. You're going to have Carmelo at the 3 or the 4, whichever one you're playing them at. And then the other 2 are a toss-up to me. It's going to be Westbrook. We already know that. The question is who's going to be at the 2.
And it's got to be Monk.
I mean, just on status, those are going to be the 4 guys in the lineup.
Nah, if they're
the 5th guy
in the game, it's going to be THT. You can't have Westbrook.
I got something for you better. Put Westbrook on the bench. Put Rondo in there at the end of the game.
I believe
that's probably your best. It's probably better,
but not Rondo. Just run THT at the point.
Right. THT, man.